Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's get into a deck of panning update. Alright, so if you're not familiar with deck of panning, I'm sure you've heard of it a million times, so if this is boring to you, skip to this timestamp here on the screen. But just briefly, deck of panning is a project pan project created by Emily and Max here on YouTube, who was inspired by Books with Maddie, who's also on YouTube, I believe. She created a project pan sort of game board, so to speak, where you have a deck of cards, you pick a card, and it corresponds to a specific prompt. And every month it is randomized, so you may get the same card, but you get a completely different prompt. Your goal is either to hit pan, to have a usage goal, to finish up, etc., whatever the case may be. And that is pretty much the synopsis of what this is about. Now, I know you're probably like, deck of panning, I don't remember seeing a video on that or an Instagram post, so where's this coming from? I know, it is a little bit left field. I saw this exactly probably a month ago. Like, that sounds like so much fun. Now that I'm into project panning, I am, excited to try some different projects, and this is one of them that really excited me. And so I didn't make a video because I think I was probably going to be too late to upload, so I was like, you know what, I'll just wait till next month, it's totally fine. Well, here we are. Let's actually get into the products that I had for April. So for last month, I rolled in for my first card was the 9 of Clubs, and this was a dethroned product, meaning a no longer favorite and it's been replaced. So I took that as this used to be a favorite, but since I've tried a bunch more of this same category, it hit the back burner, and I've since found other ones that I really enjoy or I feel better suit me now, and that was the NYX Honey Do Me Up Primer. I finished a bottle previously. I do have another backup and I'm working on this one, hoping to finish it this year. This is in another project, that's why I mentioned that, but for this project alone, my usage goal was 5 times, and I did hit that plus more, which I will talk about in, I think, an update that's already up, or it will be up, one of those two. But so I hit my goal on this, and we will have a new roll-in for this one. The next card that I pulled was the Queen of Hearts, which was called the prompt Graveyard. This was a product that has been in a project before. So my project pan from several years ago, all of those, I don't have any of those products in that project pan. So I kind of did pick something that is also in another project pan, in another panning project. I don't know how to word that right. From this year, since I am partaking in quite a few. So I decided to pull out my LA Colors brow pencil, one of my favorites. My usage goal was to hit 5 times. I have definitely surpassed 5 times plus more, because I think I've been using this for several months now, and as you can see that I am down to the wire with this product. So I have literally like nothing left, and it should be finished by the end of this year. That is my goal, and we will also have a new roll-in for this product. The next card that I pulled was called the 5 of Hearts, was the 5 of Hearts. This prompt was called Gifted, meaning a gift you received PR or free with purchase. And a couple years ago I did receive a PR package from LA Colors during Halloween time frame, so in that was a bunch of products. In came this one, their teal mascara. Yes, this is actually teal. It is not black, it is a colored mascara. Let me just say, I'm not a fan of colored mascaras whatsoever. If it's not waterproof, I can't use it, so I mainly use this on my lower lash line. My usage goal for this was 3 times. I did accomplish that, so I'll also be rolling out. My next card I pulled was the 7 of Hearts, which the prompt was 3's a Crowd. This one is a trio product, or 3 things to pan together. Now, I think I got a little ahead of myself. I didn't read clearly, or I didn't really pay attention, so that was my fault. It says I'm supposed to pan together. So I've hit pan on one, but not the other. But the other product is in another project, so I'm like, it'll get panned anyways. So I didn't keep this one in like I'm probably supposed to, but it was these products right here. The first one is a little bit messy because I've clearly been using it, but this is 2 products actually franken in one. This is a pressed powder and highlighter together, and I've been using just as like a very soft, subtle highlight. Obviously you can see I did hit a huge pan in it. I am continuously working to use this up this year in another project, but this is the product that I didn't hit pan on. I think I'm supposed to hit pan on, and I it didn't click all that well in my brain. So I am rolling this one out, but it will be worked on in another project, so I'm not too worried that I won't meet that goal. Like, technically I will and technically I won't, so it's just gonna get a rollout. I'm totally fine with that. It's gonna get worked on. This is actually in my Devious Maid project. And the last card for April that I pulled was the 3 of Diamonds, and this was a brand new product. So I did try this out. It is still kind of technically brand new. Let me not ramble. This is the e.l.f. Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen. My goal for this was to use 5 times. I am very familiar with this. If you're not, this is supposed to be like the Tarte Maracuja, I think, sort of click up pens and stuff like that. But I love the color of this. I love the formula. I don't really love the strong minty smell you get whenever you're applying this or whenever you have it on your lips. I don't really like that intense mint feeling, but color formula I can get way behind, so that is something I do ignore when wearing this, but this will also get rolled out, so let's also get into that next. So I mentioned in the beginning of this video that I have already pre-recorded me pulling cards through my tablet. I screen record it, so I will try my best to insert that here on the screen. The first card I pulled up is the 9 of Spades. The prompt for this is called spray, so it can be a setting spray, a hair product, a facial mist, or fragrance. And for that, I pulled out the Hard Candy Defend Setting Spray. My goal for this is to finish this. I have previously already been working on this, as you can tell with the markings on the bottle. I want to say I'm about maybe almost a third gone of this. I'm trying to get rid of all of my setting sprays in my collection because I have noticed that I did not touch setting spray in probably a year and a half, maybe a 2-year time frame, and I didn't need it anyways. I think primer does the hold for me, and then setting spray really just doesn't do anything else. So I am trying to work through all of my setting sprays. So I did pull this one in for this project, as well as another one that I have an update for. It'll be up already, or it's going up, either way. So yeah, so my goal is to finish this, and I'm pretty sure I will finish this maybe a little after the next update, so we'll see. The next card I pulled is called the, why do I say it's called? Is the Queen of Clubs, and this was the black clubs, and this one was called Pick Your Space. So to my understanding, since it didn't have a number associated with this, I could pick anywhere underneath the clubs section of the game board. And for that, I picked foundation, which was the 4 of clubs, and I chose my Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. As you can see, I've cut it open to see an estimate of roughly where I am at. This is also in my plan to pan for this year, and also in my 24 and 2024 to use up. And so my marking, which is as of yesterday that I'm filming this, yes, 10 days earlier, but that is give or take where I'm at. So I am almost done with this. This one is too light, so I have been mixing it with a darker foundation. I'm pretty close to finishing this, and I'm excited because while this is kind of old in my collection, I just didn't reach for it for a long time since I just kept buying new foundations after one another, but I'm glad to be almost done with this. The next card I pulled was the Ace of Hearts, specifically red hearts, and this one was pick up 2. So I have to draw 2 cards, so that means I have to grab 2 more products, essentially 1, because 1 goes to the original card I pulled and then an extra. So that one kind of made me a little bit confused, but I understood. It is technically 1 more, but I don't want to confuse anybody. So anyways, we're just going to go through with it. Oh, so I drew 5 of hearts of any category. And for this, I picked the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine, and my goal for this is to use this 3 times. I love this formula. This is so comfortable. The color is beautiful, and I think I can accomplish that. I did set a really low goal because I have several other lip products and lip liners in my other panning projects, so I was like, don't want to overwhelm myself too much. If I can accomplish 3, if I get more, that's fine, but I'm just aiming for the bare minimum. So along the line of the Ace of Hearts, picking up to draw 2 more cards, the other card I picked was the Queen of Spades, specifically black spades. The prompt for this was also pick your space. So within the spades category or little column, I chose most recent purchase. And this one wasn't obvious because I'm already going to be using this as an everyday basis, morning, throughout the day, and nighttime mask for my lips, which is the AOA Studio Coconut Lip Mask. I did just pick this up in a recent Shop My Say haul, which I posted on my Instagram. So this one, I was like, it's a no-brainer. If I put it in here, I'm already using it. I can get usage goals off of it, and it'll count for the deck of panning, so it was like a win-win. So for this one, my goal is to use this 15 times, which I think is extremely doable given that I use this like all day, every day, to constantly like moisturize and nourish and everything for my lips, so it shouldn't be too hard. The next card that I pulled was the 10 of Spades. This one, the prompt is influencer collab or brand, and this one kind of got me stumped. I was like, oh crap. I don't have many influencer brands. I know I have collabs. And I was going to pick a palette that was in collaboration with Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. But I was like, I don't want a full palette because I already have a whole nother palette. And I already have several other eyeshadows that I am trying to work on. So I'm like, do I want to overdo it? No. So I chose a product that I am already working on in another project. Something that I am already making significant progress on. And trying to use up because it is smelling like crayons now. So I'm debating after this project, or after I finish the usage goal on this, I will most likely throw this out because it is smelling pretty rank. And that product is my Ulta Beauty in collaboration with Melissa Michelle. I'm not sure if she does YouTube anymore, but I know back then she collabed twice with Ulta Beauty. I picked up her second collab, which is this one, the Bling on the Glam one. This is her lip liner in Delicate. My goal is to use this 5 times. And the last card that I pulled was the King of Hearts, specifically Red Hearts. This prompt is hit a pan. I was like, huh? So this is something I want to hit pan on, and I'm like, what could that be? And then it hit me, just like the previous one. I pulled a little eyeshadow single that I pulled from one of my palettes, and I thought, I could use this up. It's fairly small. This is a shade that I could use pretty much like every single time I do my makeup. For this one, I chose this little eyeshadow single, which is from a palette, or like a collection of palettes called Beauty Bar. I ended up depotting one of the eyeshadows. So this is a pretty like skin tone sort of color to me. So I use this to set my eye primer. I use this to set underneath here because I have noticed my concealer creasing a little bit. So this one I can hit pan on. I have already been working on it. I am noticing quite a little bit of a dip into it. So this one should be hopefully no problem to finish. I for sure hit pan on, so this will definitely be in this project for a while. But I hope to finish it up by the end of year. And with that concludes the roll-ins and roll-outs for this deck of panning project. As always, if you're participating, let me know in the comments down below what you pulled, what prompts you're excited you pulled, what prompts are you not excited to pull. Anything and everything in the comments down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye, guys!